if you live in parts of the South, today we got an enhanced versus severe weather today. So let's get into details about it, everyone. All right, we can see we got a severe weather outlook. We can see for today, we can see we got an enhanced risk in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. Then a slight risk in Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. We can see even Texas and a marginal risk in Arkansas, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, even Georgia, in Tennessee and Kentucky too. You can see on here also, guys. Also, we got our tornado risk. We got a 10% tornado risk for today. A significant one risk we can see also for Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. You can see then we got a marginal risk. And then we got a 2% tornado risk for Louisiana, Tennessee, Georgia. We can see Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana on here too, guys. Then we got our hail risk. We can see also we got a 15% hail risk for Louisiana, Mississippi, and even a little of Alabama too. We can see also on here. Then we got a 15% wind risk for Texas, a 5% hail risk we can see for Texas, and a 15% hail risk for Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama too. We can see also, guys. All right, so this is Wednesday, 11 a.m. We can see everyone. We can have some rain in Tennessee. Also, we can see rain in Louisiana. We can see also Arkansas, maybe some pop-up storms in Mississippi. We can see around Wednesday, 11 a.m. Some rain in Pennsylvania, New York, Virginia. We can see also on here, guys, West Virginia, too. Also on Wednesday, May 6th at 11 a.m. We can see. Then we got maybe some rain in the New England states. We can see also. Wednesday, 2 p.m. we can see our storm where rain has really started going away. So this is where we can have like our storms like start forming a little because there's less rain and less rain. Here we can see. Then we got some rain in Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas maybe too also, and maybe a little Louisiana also. Then maybe some rain in PA, New York, some of the New England states we can see on here also. Maybe some scattered rain in North Carolina too. Then around 4 p.m. on Wednesday, we can see some storms starting to pop up in places like Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee, rain in Kentucky, Missouri, Illinois. We can see also rain in Texas, maybe a little Louisiana. We can see also rain in North Carolina potentially too. Some rain in New England states. We can see also for Wednesday, May 6th at 4 p.m. Got some rain maybe in some of the New England states too. Maybe some storms starting to fire up in Louisiana and Mississippi. We can see also, guys. Then we can see Wednesday by 5 p.m. we can have some storms starting to fire up in Mississippi, Tennessee. We can see some storms across Mississippi, a little of Alabama, Tennessee starting to form. In Texas a little too, and maybe even Arkansas. Around 5 p.m. we can see some rain in West Virginia we can have also on here. And some rain in New York and some of the New England states we can have left over too. Also we can see on here, guys. All right, Wednesday, 6 p.m. we can see we got more storms starting to fire up. We can see can have some heavy damaging winds and some tornadoes with these storms also we have for today. You can see in Tennessee we got some heavy rain. We can see some heavy rain, damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes potentially too. And we got some storms over here in Arkansas. We can see also. You can see. Then Wednesday, 7 p.m. we can see our largest storms starting to form in Tennessee, Mississippi. You can see on here Louisiana, even Arkansas. We can see also in Tennessee and maybe even a little North Carolina. You have some storms also there in North Carolina also. You can see. Then we can see by 8 p.m. we got a line of storms starting to really go. You can see in Tennessee, Mississippi. We can see also even Alabama. We can have some storms in Louisiana too also. In Kentucky also. We can see on here and maybe some rain storms in North Carolina and Virginia also. See on here, guys. Then by 9 p.m. on Wednesday, we can see our storms are really have going in a line now. We can see in Tennessee, Georgia, also Kentucky. We can see a line of storms really going now in Mississippi too. Louisiana, Arkansas, we can see, and even Tennessee and Kentucky. We get some rain in Virginia. We can see in Maryland too. Also in PA, also, guys, in New York. Wednesday, 10 p.m. we can see a line of storms in North Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama. We can see also Louisiana, Tennessee, Kentucky too on here. We can see also from Wednesday, May 6th at 10 p.m. Then we can see by 11 p.m. we can see our storms have maybe, we can still see we have straight line damaging winds in some of these storms in North Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi. We can see in even Alabama too. You can see in Alabama and maybe even Louisiana we get some heavy thunderstorms. Rain in West Virginia, some rain moving out of the New England states, rain in Kentucky. We can see also on here. By midnight, we can see our storms have died down a bit. We can still have some heavy storms in some places like Mississippi, Alabama, even maybe North Carolina too. But Kentucky, we just have rain now. Tennessee, maybe we can have one heavy thunderstorm potentially at midnight. We can see maybe we can see a line of storms. Then 1 a.m. we can still some heavy thunderstorms in Mississippi, Alabama. We can see even Georgia too, and maybe even a little North Carolina too for Thursday at 1 a.m. We can see in South Carolina too. Thursday 2 a.m. we can see we still could have some heavy thunderstorms in Mississippi. We can see some of these may contain supercells potentially too. In Georgia, we could have some storms also in maybe even North Carolina too for Thursday at 2 a.m. Thursday at 3 a.m. we can still have some storms also in Mississippi, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama too. In Georgia and North Carolina, mostly at this point in North Carolina, we can have heavier rain in some spots. You can see by 5 a.m. on Thursday, mostly all the storms have run away. We can have a typical thunderstorm risk by this point by Thursday at 5 a.m. Maybe one severe thunderstorm warning or a couple in some places, but it's not gonna be as bad as like earlier on Thursday. We can see also on here. Alright, then by 7 a.m. it's just mostly rain everywhere, and that's pretty much it for our radar projections for this. So let's look at our tornado thing real quick. Tornado completion thing. Alright everyone, so we got our significant tornado perimeter here we can see. In south we can see we got for 2 p.m. we can see a red, so that means the indicator for potential tornadoes. We can see higher the number, the higher chance of like the ingredients there for tornadoes, the perimeter, significant tornado perimeter. So this is more significant chances of tornadoes. So pretty much if you're like at 10 is like the worst, so this is like a 3 or 4. You can see at 2 p.m. Then we got a 3 and 4 up in Mississippi, Alabama. We can see also on here. See for 2 p.m. in 2 parts of across Mississippi and Alabama, we can see it 1, 2. All right, so then by 5 p.m. on Wednesday, we can see for today. So we could have some places with a 6 or 7. We can see. So this indicates like a higher rotation rate and everything. This indicates like there's like power and fuel there for tornadoes. We can see higher the number, the potential like worse a tornado can be, or like a higher chance too. It's like that's all matters if it indicates. We can see it as a 7 in some spots too. Then we can see at 7 p.m. on Wednesday we can have an 8 or 9 in some spots. This indicates significant tornadoes can be possible too in some spots for today, like Louisiana, Mississippi too. You can see around 7 p.m. on Wednesday. Then we have a 5 up in Alabama in some spots, 5, 6, 4. You can see on here. On Georgia, we got 1, 2 in some spots. Louisiana, we got 1, 2. Also, Florida, we got 1, 2. Then we can see 9 p.m. on Wednesday. You can see also we got a 10 in some spots. This indicates the higher risk for tornadoes too, and worse conditions for tornadoes also on here. You can see a 5 in some spots, even a 10 in parts of Louisiana and Mississippi. So then we can see like that on there. Then midnight on Thursday, we can see our cold front. We can tell is moving in because it's going down in our storms, using this fuel to create damaging winds and large hail and some tornadoes also on here. So this is like the fuel that's in the air for supercells and significant tornadoes, more potentially the percentage on here. So yeah, then our supercells is pretty in the moderate range. We can see for let's go back. You see our supercell risk for around 6 p.m. Today can be around 20%. We can see in some spots, also 25 also on here. For Thursday, Wednesday at 6 p.m. we can see we got 12 on here. We can see also 10%, 16, 19, 20%. Then our highest chance for supercells looks like it's around 8 p.m. on Wednesday. We can see also 22%, 24, number 24, 25. We can see also on here. Also for Wednesday, 8 p.m. You can see. Then we can see our dry line moving in also on here. We can tell our storm and dry lines are going to start moving in. So let's check out our dew points and see what this dry line looks like. Alright, so this is what our dew points can look like. So this is why we have so much fuel for like severe thunderstorms too. Also, you can see on here, we can have dew points in the 70s in some spots, 70 degrees, 75 in Louisiana too, 70 in parts of Alabama too, also on here. We can see in 70s, 70 degree dew point, 74 on here. The dew points could be. Then we can see our dry line slowly moving in. This is the cause for more severe storms. Also, we can have dew points in the 40s up in Arkansas. You can see then Louisiana, we got dew points in the mid 70s. We can see this could create severe storms. Then we can see Wednesday by 9 p.m. our dew points, our lower dew points are behind this like storms. You can see it creating for more thunderstorms, dry and humid air coming together. We can see on here Wednesday 9 p.m. Then we can see like Thursday we can see also our dry air starts to move in, but it doesn't go far. It doesn't go all the way south. But this is what's called me. This is what one of the reasons why we have severe storms today. This dry line, also this dry air and humid air combining. One more thing I want to talk to you about before I end this video is the storm caps we can see on here. This is Wednesday at 11 a.m. We have storm caps of 2,000 in Texas, Louisiana, 2,000 storm cap, Mississippi of 1,300. You can see also Louisiana 2,000 in some spots. We can see Wednesday at 11 a.m. Then we can see by 3 p.m. we can see in parts of Louisiana we have 2,200, 2,600, even Mississippi. You can see you have 2,000 in some spots. Alabama we can see a 1,600 storm cap. Texas even 2,800. We can see in some spots storm cap. Also Alabama we can see a 1,600 storm cap in some spots too, guys. So by Wednesday at 6 p.m. we can see in some spots we have 1,600, 2,500 in Louisiana storm cap, in 1,000 parts of Alabama, Mississippi. We can see in Georgia we have 500 storm cap. In Tennessee we have 300 storm cap. In Kentucky we have 200 storm cap in some spots too. Also, guys, so yeah, I hope you learned something new watching this video today. Thank you for watching, everyone. I see you guys in the next one. Make sure to subscribe to the notification bell. Never miss a video like this, guys. Okay, guys, I see you guys in the next one.